Hey, here we are, Storytime with Ellie on the road. We are at the Sebring Motor Garages and Townhomes. We are at the Sebring Motor Garage and Townhouse community, less than 1 mile from the Sebring racetrack. We have our special guest today, Director of Marketing. Let's welcome Chris Armstrong. So, hey, Chris, I'm so happy to be here today. I got to tour your beautiful facility. It's going to be amazing.
Yep. So the Sebring Motor Garages and Townhomes community, it's a first of its kind to the area. So in Sebring, as you mentioned, we're located less than a mile away from famed Sebring International Raceway. We're a luxury gated car condo community, and then we also have a very unique product being our new townhomes, in which are a three-story townhome. It has a garage on the ground floor, large enough to hold an RV, then a three-bedroom, three-bath apartment or living space on the second floor, and then a rooftop entertainment area. So our claim to fame, I guess you could say, is that because we're located so close to the raceway, we are motorsports themed. In the sense there's a lot of people with classic car collections, with race cars, with any really kind of collection or prized possessions that they want to keep safe. And we're very social as well. We have a clubhouse with a pool. We do happy hours. We do social events and everything. So it's really a unique product that's by quite possibly the most famous racetrack in North America. So this is our pool as part of the clubhouse. So it's a heated pool. We have a barbecue, a little summer kitchen. So again, you can have your friends come over and after a long day, let's say you're at the track today and you're
You come
hot,
home and take a nice dip
you
in the
jump in the
pool.
pool and relax. And then these windows all pocket. So this is indoor outdoor bar. You can watch TV outside. So there's speakers, there's music. So again, it's a beautiful clubhouse, beautiful amenity for everyone.
Sit down and say, I'll have a pina colada. Or I'd be saying more like a smoked old fashioned.
There you go. That sounds even better. So yeah, so as I said, this is not just a storage facility and community. It's
And you'll
a
have gatherings, I'm assuming,
Yep, yeah,
for
we
your
have
guests.
Yep, you
You'll
can
have
have
pool
gatherings,
events.
pool parties, and
Perfect.
everything.
Nice.
So it's
So it's like
so
a resort as well.
Yep.
You're in a resort.
Yep.
Very nice.
It's a very, very light touch.
All right, so cool. You got your simulator, you got shuffleboard.
We have the bar. We bring in bartenders whenever we do our social hours or happy hours. There's ice maker. There's refrigerators. We have a microwave oven. We have a warming oven. There's the shuffleboard. There's a racing simulator. There's TVs to watch the games. We had the Kentucky Derby, in which was at the same time as one of the races.
Can you have parties here?
Yes.
As
Oh,
individual,
absolutely.
even as an individual.
Yep. As an
They can
individual.
reserve it?
Yep. As long as you're, a member of the community.
Member of the
Yep. It's
community.
exclusive
That
just
gets you
to
reserved
the
this
community.
beautiful clubhouse.
Yep. You can have
Nice.
birthday party. You can have your own corporate, party, an event. Again, we have the conference room, so you can actually conduct business and do everything. So.
Yeah, super, super cool. And also, I see, are you going to do like an airport here as well? A landing strip of some sort or something happen?
So the Sebring Raceway is actually built on an active
Okay.
airport,
Oh.
and we're building executive jet hangars there as well.
Okay.
So within a 1 mile radius of the track, we're putting in $200 million in infrastructure between the hangars, the RV resort, the retail, dining and shopping, the townhomes, and the garages. So we're bringing an entire city to this
That's a
area.
community plan. Yeah, so the planes are great. So if you have a private plane, you could just fly into here, right? Because I was going to mention airports. Hey, what's the closest airport for people to come
yeah.
visit? I mean,
So the airport code is KSEF.
Okay.
And they have a beautiful FBO. Our concierge will pick you up if you fly in. So if you're flying in, we'll
Nice.
pick you up. We can take
First
you to the
class.
track. We can bring you here. We can take you back. And so yeah, lots going on.
Sebring's been around for many years. Gosh, I was here probably 10 years ago, maybe longer, and there wasn't much around the area. So I think what you're doing here is going to be a huge, huge plus for this area. Because not only are you building the townhouses and the the townhouses and the garages and everything you have going on here, you're also going to be doing kind of like what's called a master plan, but where there's going to be shopping and everything's going to be in close proximity to our where we are right now, to your townhouse community.
So within the track, as I mentioned, within a 1 mile radius, we're putting in about $200 million in infrastructure and development. So at the airport, we're building the hangars. So the track is actually built on the airport. It's an active airport still, so you can fly in. So we're doing the 14 aviation executive hangars. So from the track, then you come down. This is Hayward Taylor. At the intersection of Hayward Taylor and 98, this is where we're putting in the retail and dining center, and then the Raceway Resort, and which will be the RV resort where you own the pad and you can build out from there. And then just half a mile away then are the townhomes that are under construction now. And then next to that is the garage community that we're in, that we just did the tour over. So within a 1 mile radius of the track, we have all this going on.
Quick question on the RV parking. You're going to have, these homes are not there, or these units, they can build them, customize themselves.
So we'll have options, different packages, kind of, building blocks, I guess you could say.
Okay.
There will be, A, B, C, and D, and you can do A and B, or you can do C and A. And so there'll
It's a
be
great
different.
concept as well. For people who love their RVs.
Yep,
Right?
yep.
You travel in your RV, you travel in the country, that could be your home point. You have a home. You don't have to go elaborate or just, they're beautiful. Great idea. Nice.
And something else that gets asked a lot is, where can I park my trailer? I have a large trailer. So right here, actually, this is going to be trailer space and parking. So if you have a trailer, or you have a rig or anything that you need to park, we can park and accommodate it there.
Cool.
We're also putting in a shopping district with a retail plaza, a convenience store. There will be restaurants. There will be out parcel for a drive-through, like a Dunkin' or a Starbucks. So we're bringing more to this area. And in addition to that, then there's also a RV resort.
Great. Yeah.
And then the Raceway Resort, or the RV resort, it's an ownership opportunity. So you own the lot, and then, or the pad, and then you can build a small living space, or a 1-car garage, or a 2-car garage. So there'll be different options and availability there. And then we'll have the clubhouse. There will be a large lagoon style pool, pickleball, entertainment. So it's really something for the family. So let's say I'm out racing for the weekend. I can bring my RV with the family, with the dogs and the kids, and they can be there, and I'm 30 seconds away at the track, and then come back at the end of the day and have the family and everything there as well.
Right. And that's the beauty of it as well, because it's going to be able to accommodate everybody.
Yep.
Like you said, the wife doesn't have to sit in a hotel room someplace. Wait, we don't want to sit. We'd be shopping. No, we don't want them to sit. Yeah, so that's going to be very, very cool.
Yep, and the townhomes then, are the other thing. Again, you're coming in for the weekend, or you're a snowbird and you like the Sebring area. Sebring was just on HGTV. They did the hometown takeover. So, and they highlighted Sebring. It's a beautiful town. It's a beautiful community. So a lot of people are coming here. They're coming off of the coast. They're tired of the hurricanes. They're tired of everything that's going on. We're 61 feet above sea level. Our garages are hurricane, all the buildings are hurricane proof. They have 14-foot overhead doors, large enough to store an RV in it, or a car. So it's not just the social community, but it's also the race community. It's the people that need to store or safeguard their toys, their possessions as well.
And that's which again, it's fantastic. It's great to have this. So in other words, even though it's by the racetrack, it's definitely themed, right? It's all themed racetrack. It's also a great option for people to come here, even just to live. So they could live here, have all these great amenities at their convenience, but you're not far. You're 2 hours, not even. You're under 2 hours from Orlando.
Yep.
You're 2 hours to each beach, correct?
Yeah.
You went to East Coast, West Coast?
Yep. So we're 2 hours from Naples. We're 2 hours from Tampa. We're 2 hours from
There we go.
from East Coast.
Literally central.
Pretty much, we're 2 hours from everywhere, but the exception of Key West and Jacksonville.
Right, and that's okay.
Yeah. So, but now we welcome anyone from Key West and Jacksonville. But yeah,
gotcha.
Sebring is centrally located. It's pretty much 2 hours from everywhere. And I would say by design, or not, we chose this because of the track, and then also for the ability that we were 2 hours from everywhere. It's a central location that people can come to, and be safe, be secure, and also come into Central Florida and see everything
Yes.
that's going on still.
Right, that's why we want to make sure we say it's not just for race, right?
Yeah,
Even though it's themed,
not.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful,
It's not just for
it's
racers,
just-
and it's not just a place to store things. It's
but the units themselves are going to be beautiful. Bonnie, Chris.
so. This is one of our model units. So this is a 25 by 55. So
This
as
is
I
a
said, this is a garage.
the garage.
Yeah. And it's not a garage, obviously, as you can see. So this is our smallest. Again, I I emphasize it is not small. It's 1,825 square feet, 24-foot ceiling, so you can put in a triple lift. Has a full bathroom with shower, linen closet, instant hot water heater. This unit is built out. It has a bar and an entertainment area in it, workbench, and then upstairs we have a kitchen, and dining area, and then relaxing, entertainment area, I guess you could say.
Right, now this is the garage.
Yep. Yeah.
This is what you would be getting, and what was the cost for this one again?
So this, not built out like this, this has options and upgrades in it, is 355.
Right, but look at it, you can almost live here, that's why I was joking around that.
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
But then you have your bathroom, it's got a full bath. Let's take a look back here, right, we're gonna look at the kitchen. It's gonna have a little refrigerator, super cool. Super cool, nice, you got your cabinets, you got your coffee pot, all for entertaining. Very cool, love it.
And this, you come back, you can watch the races, you can, watch movies.
Oh, this is your TV, I got
You
you.
got one TV here.
Oh, wow, perfect.
You sit down, enjoy, have the drinks, and then the bathrooms are all built out. They have a full shower. Yep.
Shower, it's got a nice closet, super cool. Do we want to go upstairs
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
kitchen?
let's
Let's go upstairs. Yeah, I'm just like amazed.
So you can imagine you have,
And you-
six cars down here.
Yeah.
You plenty of room to work, to do whatever you like. This is a unit that has a 10-foot mezzanine in it, so this wouldn't be an RV unit. If you had an RV, we have the option for the 14-foot mezzanine, and which is a 14-foot clear height, so you can back an RV all the way up into.
Beautiful. And you have your little table, so if you want to have your entertainment, your little parties.
Whatever you like with it.
And for the ladies, I'm wearing heels walking up these stairs. Ooh, I love this. Oh, we even have our little microwave. No, nice table. Microwave. Oh, the convention microwave. Beautiful. Nice cabinets. Lots of cabinet space. Dishwasher.
All the units have their own HVAC system, so they're trained HVAC, and we do the HVAC maintenance on them as well. So we don't want you up on the roof.
Oh my goodness, no. And more closet space.
Closet space, and that's the HVAC. So
Gotcha.
space, and then downstairs there's the linen closet or the owner's closet. And as you do your build out, you can obviously add in, however you see fit. If you want to put more storage, if this was built out with the
Wow.
TV wall, you can do anything that you like.
Beautiful. I'll take a couple of these as well. 3 maybe.
This is an example of one of the build outs for our owners. He is a Viper, fanatic. So you see we have a matching wall for his car, matching cabinet.
That's what you mean by
Even, yeah, customized. If you look at the floor, even it has the orange in it. And then we have the custom fan as well.
Now
And
that
then,
is a car lover. He
yes,
loves the
he
cars.
is, he is a love.
Like
And
painted. You see.
a huge LED screen for watching the games and hanging out and entertaining. So this is an example. Again, it's really the sky's the limit in terms of how and what you want to do with your unit. So the rooftop is it's 990 square feet. 500 feet of that is covered, and under the covered area is barbecue, wet bar, summer kitchen, entertainment, and then the other part of it is open air. So for dining or for lounging. Second floor, as you said, is 3 bedroom, 3 bath. Has a kitchen. It's all luxury appliances, luxury finishes.
Beautiful.
It was actually designed by architect MHK out of Naples,
Okay.
and they're national. So they did our building. And then the ground floor is the garage. The garage is 1,800 square feet, so it's 30 by 60. It has a 16-foot wide door, 14-foot
Yeah,
tall.
super big, lots of room.
Holy
And
cow.
like 16 cars, they said you could fit in that double?
In a double unit, in a double garage, you could do 16 cars. In the garage in the townhome, you could very comfortably put six
Yeah.
and open your doors and walk around them. And then each unit has in the ground floor has its entry, private stairs, private elevator, and a half bath and a workbench area as
Very
well.
nice. So, what made you build this here?
So
about
in the area, there's been a lack of infrastructure around the track.
Okay.
And the track is used 320 plus days a year. There's always something going on. So people are coming into town. They're hauling their cars with them, or they're coming in the night before. They're staying at the hotel. They're on the track. They're in the sun, on the concrete. They're there, and then at the end of the night, they go back to the hotel and back. The track is also, maybe 10, 15 minutes away from town, from the downtown district. So putting this here, it solved two things that we were looking at. The ability to have a home away from home while at the track, be that for your cars or for yourself, so and the family. So yourself in the townhome, you can live there. You can come for the weekends. The garages are a place to entertain, after the race if you wanted to come back. And some of the build outs have bars and entertainment areas and kitchens and living rooms and whatnot. And have your car, your tools, all your stuff for racing here. So there was really kind of that dual purpose of having a place, home away from home, near the track, and the ability to have a place to stay as well.
Right. So it serves a dual purpose. It's almost like a mixed use development community, right? Because that's what you're doing. You're making your own community so they don't have to drive far, and that's where you're putting those stores and the restaurants are going to be coming in, and awesome idea. Now, good. I have a question. What's the connection between you and the Sebring racetrack? When the people come in and they buy these homes, how are they going to be affiliated, or how are you going to connect them with the racetrack?
So we have we're partners with the track.
Okay.
So we have a partnership with the track, and when we looked at it and we looked at some of the other communities, then how they did it, they built in the track time into the purchase price, and then there was an annual fee on top of that. We looked at it a little differently because not everyone is a racer, and again, we're near the track and we're motorsport themed, but it's also for RVs, for boats, for motorcycles, for private
Of
collectors.
course.
It's for everyone.
Whatever.
So
Yes.
we left it as an option. If you want track time, then yes, you can get track time. We have a partnership with the track, so with that, we have the partnership with the Sebring Driving Club. It's a private group.
Okay.
They do 25 track days a year, and their track days, I think the most people I've ever seen there was maybe 10 people for the entire day. It's a very limited, it's a very exclusive kind of club, and it gives you more track time than any other way that you could do it. Now, if you say to me, Chris, I'm only going to come twice a year, then I'm going to say, okay, then the track package isn't worth it. I don't want you to spend that money. I'm not going to sell that on you. Now, because the track is used 320 plus days a year, there's always something going on. So there's all these different groups and these different ways to get onto the track. So if you were to say, Chris, I'm coming in next weekend, then I would say, okay, the group that's going out next weekend is PCA. Let's get you registered with PCA. You pay for the weekend, and that's a better way of doing it versus making it mandatory that everyone has to do a track package and do it. So
Correct.
we have the partnership with the track. We have the partnership with all the groups. We do have the exclusive track package.
Okay.
If you choose to do so.
So that's something you can't get unless you're living here. So these are the perks, and this was going to be another question I was going to wrap around to. What are the perks for people to come by here and the connection with the Sebring racetrack? So you're explaining it, and that's going to be like right now. Let's role play. I come in, I want to buy this home. I'm a racetrack enthusiast. Like, I want to go to the track. I want to bring that into my world here. What would you suggest that I do when I get here? And how many days could I go on the track? You said there's 300 and some odd days that the track is open. Does that allow, I mean, can I go every day?
So if you did the track package,
Right.
it's 25 days a year.
25 days.
So they run every other week, and it's from the time that the track opens at 8 a.m. They break for 1 hour for lunch till 5 p.m. So
Okay.
it's you go out. There's no groups. There's no sessions. That would be the 25-day track package.
Got you. So
Now
I can get on that track and I can take my car and ride.
you could take
drive.
your car. They
Right. On the
there's
bike.
you would get a instructor, take a car out,
Nice.
and they'll put you through the paces. So there's, and again, that option is if you're going to come out and you really want to do it 25
great.
times.
Wait, that's a great idea for women that are say like, okay, we want to get into the race world, we want to get some cars. So it's kind of an intro for them to come buy one of these units and,
Yeah, yeah.
get their track time and, and then at that point they can explore and go to other, tracks. It's kind of like almost like an intro,
Yep.
right? A little bit of an intro for
Yeah,
people to
it's-
see what's going
it's an
on here. Yeah, very cool.
We have, so on site in the community, we have a race shop as well.
Okay.
So, and that's an amenity where we have an actual speed shop on site. So let's say you're from the Orlando area and
Correct.
you want to come down and race on Wednesday. Instead of having to come down, get here at 6 o'clock in the morning, get your car out of your unit, or even come in the night before, do the prep, do everything. You could call Charles. Charles Wick Racing
Okay.
is our on site, and say, I'm going to come down tomorrow and run with Sebring Driving Club. He will then prep your car, do everything, take it from here to the track, has a beautiful hospitality set up for you. And then you race, they take care of the car, they
Convenient,
fuel it, they
cool,
do
yeah.
everything. And then at the end of the day, you just leave.
Nice.
He takes your car, washes it, details it,
Very cool.
puts it back in your unit, and it's ready to go. So that is a very unique amenity within the community. We have concierge staff
Okay.
on site as well. So if you were to come in later at night, Publix is closed. I'm not going to get there in time. Could you stock my fridge for me? Or I'm going to be out for a month. Can you check on my car? Check on the trickle charger, or even as far as if you have a townhome and you wanted to rent it or lease it.
Right, and I was going to mention that to you, right, about say like a property management situation where if they're not here, they can rely on you to call up and say, "Can you do me a favor? Can you check on my, I might have left something turned on, or just to check and make sure everything's in order." So yeah, this is concierge. Everybody's doing everything for you.
Concierge, yep,
Concierge.
everything. The clubhouse is a beautiful clubhouse. We have a pool, indoor, outdoor bar. There's a racing simulator for training. So
Yeah, very cool.
you learn on the simulator and then go out on the track.
Nice. So
after.
so in other words, that's it. You got to train in too before they get on the track.
Yep.
They come here, you get the racing simulator. They sit down and learn.
Yep.
And they-
Learn.
Very
learn.
nice. Yeah,
It's
very
much
cool.
better to
Yeah.
do it on the simulator
Yeah, very
than
cool.
in the car. So it's.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, it gets expensive. And then we have social hours, we have happy hours, we have a conference room in the clubhouse as well, so you can conduct business. We have a private office, so if you have a Zoom call, something you want to do, and the clubhouse is also open and available for you to reserve it, and it's free of charge.
Great amenities.
So if you have a birthday party or you want to do an event for your business, you could host it here.
Nice. So you're not just getting, so in other words, just so people know, when you come here, you're not just buying a townhouse.
No.
It's not. You're getting a community, you're getting a family, from what it sounds like to me. You're going to have a lot of events going on here. There's going to be other people commingling. Everyone, it's not just you're coming here to say, oh, I got to make friends. Because let's face it, when you're moving somewhere, you got to and now you got to settle in. You're literally moving into a community where like-minded people, because I think you are, I think you're going to get more like-minded people that you're really going to be into like racing or cars or something to really come in and feel settled in here. Something else I want to make mention as well. Now you have garages that you can, if you live not too far, you could store your car there, correct?
Oh, yep,
Same,
yep.
yeah, because so you don't have to live here. If you're not living on the community, of course you want them to live in the townhouses. They're going to love them. They're at least can store their car here, and you do the same thing for them.
Yep.
You got
Yep.
your, yeah, right.
And they're not just for cars. It's, there's people that
Boats.
have boats in the area. Lots of lakes here.
Yeah,
Sebring is
oh
known
my
for the
God,
lakes.
Central Florida.
So, and RVs and motorcycles and everything else. So the garage is the motor condos themselves. So we have the townhomes, in which is the garage, the second floor, and the third floor, and then we have the motor condos, or just the garages. So if you were to imagine, as you come into the community, you come off of 98 on Pitt Lane is the name of the road. You would turn left, and then that goes through its own gate to the townhomes. The townhomes, there's only 24 of them. There will only ever be 24 built, and to our knowledge, we've never seen anything like it. Now, there's houses that have big garages and everything. So the townhomes are to the left, and then as you enter then to the right, that's the garage side of the community, in which is those are garage lofts. So it's you have your ground floor. They all come built out. They have a full bathroom with the shower. It's tiled. The drywall, there's three-phase 150 amp electric, and which is perfect for welding and for doing repairs. Has 50 amp plug-in for an RV. It has a water hookup as well, and then they all come with a mezzanine. Uh, they all come with the mezzanine, and the mezzanine height is either 10 feet or 14 feet. And we have those two options because if you do have a large RV, you need to be able to clear the mezzanine to be able to back it all the way in.
Correct.
So if you have a Prevost or a large Class A, they're 45, 50 feet deep. All of our units are 55-foot deep, so you can actually get a semi trailer into the
Wow,
units.
yeah, no, they're big, they're huge.
So, and then in the unit, you can build out and customize it as much as you want. It's stubbed out for water on the ground floor and the top floor. So you can put in laundry, you can put in kitchens, you can, do a downstairs bar area, entertainment
That
area.
was beautiful, yeah.
You customize it. It really the sky's the limit on how you want to make your personal unit. So it's not just for storage, it's not, these are, and I use the term or the word loosely. They're man caves.
Yeah.
It's that,
Well,
bring your
women, I
car.
don't want to say they're women. No, but no, yeah, it's totally, everything's contained. It's right there. Like within walking feet, of like
Oh,
10
yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
Like you're everywhere. You're in your beautiful home, you're in your garage, and there are women's dens.
Yep, there you go, women's sense, and we do. So we have a number of women actually that own that race
Yeah.
as
Oh,
well.
I know.
And the town, we actually have one that's being built out that's going to look like an old classic diner,
Oh, I
and
love
it's her vision.
that.
And it is beautiful.
Love
They're
that.
doing
Yeah.
in the middle. It's going to be like a 2-lane road, and that will where the cars will be. And then there's a classic diner, and there neon signs, and
And that's going to be right in that
it's
community.
I mean
It's right.
it's right at the
Oh my
unit.
God, we can see it from here then.
The
If we walk outside.
the unique. So we have
Love that.
one special building that has balconies and transom windows,
Great. Oh my God.
2-story, and so yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful community. It's not, again, it's not a storage community.
No, not at
It's
all.
a social community, and
And once they come, look at the place, they're going to fall in love with it. There's no doubt. It's got everything you'd want and then some. Great place to come and play. You're, like you said, not bring your families. You're not far from Disney. You're not far from the beach. I found living in Central Florida much. I love it. I love living in Central Florida. Originally, I'm in Delray. When I moved to Central, they're like, "Well, why do you want to be Central?" I said, "Because you're Central. You can go it's where I'm at. You can go either, you can go to Daytona or you can go to Tampa. You're within an hour and a half drive. So it was like, what better way? And wasn't a beach person. I love lakes. We have tons of lakes here, which a lot of people don't know that. We have tons of lakes, which that's where we do our boating. We rent pontoon boats. And I'm sure that's not far from here. I'm sure you can rent a pontoon boat for the day because you got lakes. And that's what I do when I, when I go, hey, we're going to get a pontoon boat for the day. It is phenomenal. There is so much to do in Central Florida that I could never go back to live in. My home's on intercoastal down there, so it's like I don't even care. It's like, I'm Central. I love it. Yeah, there's a lot to do here. Can we talk about price point
Yep,
a little bit? Yeah.
So the townhomes, we're in pre-construction right now. They'll be delivered spring of next year.
Okay.
So the pre-construction for the corner unit. So there's four per building. There will be six quads that are
Yeah.
built. So there's two corners in each of the building. They're 4,590 square feet in
Yes,
total. They're massive. So the corner units are 1.2 and the middle units are 1.1. They're the same layout. The corner units have the transom windows, and they're more desirable, the corner units. So
Always,
there's a
yeah, no matter
premium
what.
on those. The garages, in which is just the motor condo, the garage with the loft, we have a number of sizes. So our smallest, and I hate the term small
Right.
because
They're not small.
yeah,
They're far from it.
they're 1,825 square feet. You can, without lifts, you can put six cars in very comfortably.
Yeah.
Now you put lifts, you can actually do triple lifts. They're tall enough to where you could do a triple lift. Then, you could put,
Yeah.
10, 12 cars in it.
Well, I saw one with a lift
yeah,
when you
with the
took me for
triple
the
lift.
tour here, and oh my God, that lift was like,
And the lift is cool because you put the car then on display on the mezzanine, so it becomes an art piece.
yeah, and it's almost like, it's like you don't. I mean, people are probably thinking, how many cars am I really going to bring in there? But you'd be surprised, right? You would be surprised the amount of cars that people own. I wanna say people.
We have a gentleman that has, let's see, 3, 6, 10, 12 or 13 cars in his unit with lifts and everything. So, so our
You're protected from the storms.
Yes.
We're hurricane proof.
Yep, they're hurricane proof. All the windows are impact. All the doors are impact.
Good place to save your vehicles.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of insurance now on the coastal areas, believe it or not. They will not insure anymore, particularly like the Tampa area, Treasure Island. They will not insure
It's funny you brought that
people
up.
unless they can prove that they have an evacuation plan and a place to go. So we're 61 feet above flood, or sea level, sorry. There is no floodplain. We're not in an accident. We're just not
Right, and
in
people
one.
think all Florida's a flood zone. It's not.
No, it's not.
You're in a good, good zone. Good
All the buildings are, they're steel, clear span construction with a interlocking panel system on the outside that's 5.5 inch thick, dense foam. So it offers insulation and protection, and it has a 50-year paint job on it as well. So there's not all the maintenance and the upkeep and everything on it. All the units are sprinkled, so that it's for fire suppression. It's on an annunciator, so if there is a fire, it goes back to the fire department. So all these elements, the hurricane safe buildings, the elevation for the flood, the fire suppression, the security, the whole community is fenced and gated. We have well over 100 cameras. Our security system is actually state of the art. We have a 360-degree bird's eye view of every inch of the community at all times.
Can I mention something for the people who don't know this area? You don't have to worry about much because there's not much.
No.
That's why they're building. No, it's such a quaint, quiet area. It's beautiful. It's like you're in the country.
Yep.
You're literally. It's just like you don't feel like you're in Florida here.
Yeah, but
It's so pretty. It's beautiful.
peace of mind knowing that that it's
I was just
secure and
being a little
everything.
harsh. Yeah, no, I totally get it.
But
But I didn't want them thinking that, it's going to happen when we get there.
No, nothing's going to happen. No. But insurance, we have a number of people that have bought units as a plan B. We're in the middle of storm season. It just started. Hurricane season
Right.
started June 1st. So
Well, it's peace of mind. Knowing you have a home built in Florida, you can enjoy the great weather all year, and you don't have to worry about your homes blowing down. Because even when I moved here, they were like, "Oh, your hurricane, you can have hurricanes." I'm like, "Yeah, but Central Florida, we are much safer anyway
Yes.
in Central Florida." So no, it's a beautiful. You get all year nice weather.
Yeah. So,
We can't complain.
so the garages, I'm going back to your question about price point. The
Yeah.
garage is a small, in which again I hate that term, but our smallest unit that could accommodate an RV or a large car
And what's the
collection.
square footage?
1,825 square feet,
1820.
and
Nice.
those
People's houses.
yeah, it's big, and that includes a 450 square foot mezzanine. So you have the ground floor and then the mezzanine, all built out, individual climate control. Each unit has its own HVAC system, so you can control it how you like, keep it. We have fiber optic internet run to each unit, so you call Comcast, you can get internet, 3-phase 150 amp electric, in which I mentioned is perfect for welding or working on stuff. So the price point, they start at 355,000, and that's built out. And for the 1,825 square foot one, we have then a next level up, in which is a 30 by 55. The 30 by 55 is we just staged a unit on Monday, and we put an RV, a boat, a car, and a motorcycle, and there was tons of room.
We'll just take a quick walk around and pull that together.
So when we did our showers and our bathrooms, we put a lot of thought into little things that may not have been noticed before. Like we have the handle here, so when you're getting into the shower, you're not soaking yourself. You can turn on, and then we put in for the ladies, we put in the steps so you can shave your legs and everything. And then there's niches for your shampoo, your bars of soap, and then in here you could either put a sliding door, a pivot door, or some people just like shower curtains. So we leave that as an option as well.
Wow.
Nice vanities, instant hot water heater, linen closet. So they all come with a bathroom like this. Wow. This is the patio that comes off. Again, there's only 5 of these units that was built this way because we don't have a unit behind it. So this is a 200 square foot patio. We'll have a summer kitchen, has a retractable awning to keep you out of the sun, and it's really, these are the exclusive units. So these are a little bit more. These start at 550.
Okay. And to the left is going to be the magnificent townhouse community. As you can see, it is getting prepared to start to build these beautiful homes as we tour around the property. And here we go. And there's going to be, once again, 24 townhouses, correct?
Yep, only 24.
24. Yep, here we go. And we'll take a quick shot of the, as we turn around, the distance from the townhomes to the garages and the clubhouse. So it's not like you have to get shuttled to these locations. They're walking distance from your townhouse. The clubhouse and the garages are right here in front of us. This is cool. And you actually, what happens if you're doing this and you go off the road?
So, and that's the beauty. If something happens, you're not damaging your car. There's a reset button. You press and hold the reset button. So
Like a wild. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This wraps up another episode of the Storytime with Ellie podcast on the road. And I want to thank you for joining me on this tour through the beautiful Sebring Townhouse and Garage Community Tour located in Sebring, Florida. And if you would like more information or to visit this location, shoot me an email at ledsimone@realtor@gmail.com.